As promised, part 2, but I just had to find just the right spot about not taking action. A great problem we're all dealing with. Now, this isn't going to be my last video on this subject. Certainly may never be a last video on this subject. I'm always going to have more to give about this. And I've already put out some videos on this subject if you guys are interested in seeing what I've already said about this. And now we're out in this beautiful place, and I'm feeling fear right now, honestly. I'm feeling a little anxiety, a little bit of panic. I'm not gonna come over there and turn the camera around because I spent so long setting up this right angle, but there's houses, there's buildings right there. I can see a store right there. There's some construction going on over there. I set up the camera just right, so it looks like I'm in a nice place with the right background. You think I'm on some beach somewhere, but there's so many people's cars driving by, and it's causing a lot of fear, a lot of panic in me. And this is the first thing I want to talk about that stops people from taking action. It's that panic right there. See, now if you just panic, you may feel like panicking in a weird way might help you, or just is natural, or maybe you already understand that panicking just doesn't do anything good for you. Once you start panicking, you've kind of already lost. You're almost guaranteed to make the wrong decision. So that's the first thing I want to hit on, is to try to see if when you're panicking, if you can first calm yourself down. Because most likely if you're panicking, you're just not gonna make the right decision. So yeah, calm down. Yeah, in case that sounds too complicated for you, I would recommend wherever you are, whatever is going on, you try to just clear your mind and stop thinking just for one moment. If you can do it for just one moment, that might be all you need. And if that's not enough, then try to go see if you could do it for a couple of moments, see if you could do it for a couple of minutes. Just give yourself a moment to calm down. But in the event that you don't have time to think, you don't have time to calm down, then at least have that one moment, you know. Now you take the action. And now what's the next thing that's gonna stop you from taking the action? It might be that you're thinking too much. And while, yeah, sure, thinking too much sounds like you're panicking, because if you're panicking, you're probably thinking too much. And that's kind of the first point I made, was to kind of let go of those thoughts a little bit. But I do want to say that you might just be thinking too much, and you might not be panicking. You might still be calm, and you're trying really, really hard to figure out what you should do, but you have way too many thoughts going through your head. You got way too many options. You're just doing way too much thinking, and you're not gonna get anywhere like that. It's causing you more stress, more anxiety, more suffering to be doing so much thinking. Kind of want to make this all into one point. The reason that you can't make a decision, or the reason that you can't make the right decision, is either because you're panicking, you're freaking out, so you're not even trying to make the decision. You're not, you know, or maybe you're just guaranteed to make the wrong one. You're just gonna do the first thing that comes in your mind, or you're thinking too much and there's no calm rationality behind your decision, so you're not gonna be able to make the right decision because you can't slow down your thoughts and be like, okay, let me calmly take a look at all of my options here, and let me lay them out. Maybe think about what's gonna happen if I do this, the negatives and the positive. What is gonna happen if I do this? What good will come from this? And more importantly, even what bad will come for this? And then slowly kind of make the right decision. And another thing I want to kind of add in here, some people are just kind of barreling through life, and they're just like, they have so many problems, they're so overwhelmed with them that they get problems and they just completely ignore them. And the example I want to use for this is my son. The other day we got on some Burger King, and we're sitting in the car, and he takes his soda and he puts it in his lap, and he's trying to kind of hold it, crunch it with his arms while he's eating his burger. And I'm just kind of here like, I didn't mention him in the moment. I kind of brought it up later because I wanted to just leave him be at that time, because I realized if I say too much to him, then it just gets him stressed out. But later on, I did bring up to him that you kind of had a problem if you think about it. The soda was paralleling here, ready to fall, and you're basically kind of just ignoring it and just focus completely on eating your burger. If you were to just take that soda and put it over here, you'd be perfectly fine, but you're over here so lost in thought that you don't even see you have a problem. Some people are just so lost in thought that they don't even see that they have the problem, or they're so lost in thought that there's no way they can make the right decision. And that's sort of even too, I want to make that a whole nother separate third thing, that, you know, you could just be panicking and you're gonna make the wrong choice, or you could have too many options and you can't break them down and decide what to do, or you could be so lost in one single thought, one single thing, you don't even see you have a problem, or you're so focused on this one solution to fix a problem and it's just not the right one because you're just so completely lost in thought. And then we get all this out of the way, we calm down, we stop overthinking, we stop panicking, we make a decision, we decided what's gonna be the benefits of this, what's gonna be the negative of this decision, and we come to make a decision. And I find still, this might be where a lot of men actually get stuck, and this is why they're not actually taking the action. This right here is why they are not taking the action, because they're still so lost in thought. They might sit there thinking about that one thought, thinking it all out, and they never take the time where they're like, okay, this is the decision I make, let's take the action. The problem right here, there's like a disconnect. There's a disconnect between men and action taking that should not be there, but it's come about in our like anxiety-ridden world where we're overthinking everything, where it's like, okay, I see a lot of men that they made the decision about what they should do in their life. I have a friend that I think he has maybe even better ideas than me, even greater ideas, not necessarily to make a YouTube video on advice giving, but you know, he has a great business idea that he can kind of really go in on really deep, and I think he can actually take that and to turn it into something huge. But he has so many thoughts and there's just no action, and then men are just missing this real disconnect here. And the simplest way I could say is to take it one step at a time. I don't know if you can see my foot, but like one step at a time. To really just say to yourself, at some point you gotta just say to yourself, okay, this is my decision. This is what I'm going to do. And don't worry about if it doesn't work. And nobody is always gonna know the right thing to do. Nobody's always gonna make the right decision. Your job as a man is to make a decision, to stick with that decision to the end, and if it doesn't work out, accept responsibility. Just say, okay, I made the wrong choice here. What did I learn? Because sometimes it's actually better to fail, because now you learn something new and you can take that and you can apply it to something else. And that's why it's great to watch these videos like this, or to read the right books, because they'll help you filter out the wrong decisions that just should not even be in your mind in the first place, but you don't really have a choice but to make those wrong decisions. So kind of, see, I'm just here kind of getting lost in thought. Kind of want to really bring it to what I see is really stopping men from taking the right action. Is just, they're just so overwhelmed by all these thoughts, and they make all these plans and they do, but then they kind of just do nothing. And I really just want to say, like, there's no like thing I can say right now. It's not really about my thoughts, because the thoughts are the problem right now. You're just overthinking. I really just want to say to just, after you made your decision, to please just go do it. Literally, not mentally do it, not mentally do it, not think about it more. I want to say, please, just please take that first step. And that first step might literally be right after you watch this video, or even right now in this moment. You stop watching this video, you get off the computer, you get off your phone, and you just go do something. Maybe you have a great business plan and you start writing down your ideas as an action to decide, okay, and then you look at your list of ideas and you decide, what on this list is it that I can actually do right now? You look at that and you say to yourself, what can I actually do right now in this very moment? Pick something that you can do today. Imagine that you need 10,000 days. You may not even really need that. Imagine you need 10,000 days to do 10,000 separate things, and you need to say to yourself, what can I do today? Oh, you want to paint your beautiful art masterpiece? Okay, maybe today you need to go to the store and buy art supplies. Maybe it's that simple. You try to find what it is you can do right now, right here, today, so you can get started on your dreams, and don't waste any more time thinking about it once you made the right decision. Just go forward with it. And like I said, try to do it as close as you can to how a man should do it. Even if you're a woman, say to yourself, okay, this is the decision that I have made. I'm gonna stick it out to the end, If it doesn't work, if I find out is wrong, let's see what I've learned. Let's accept responsibility, and let's not live in this delusion of we're just never gonna do anything in case it's the wrong thing to do, because then you're just never gonna get anywhere. You're never gonna get anything done. What are you gonna do? Be like, oh, I'm not gonna go to the supermarket today in case I get into a car accident, and that would have been the wrong thing to do. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but you really could take that idea way too far. You just end up doing nothing because you're worried that you're gonna do the wrong thing. I may have one more tip for you. I feel rude kind of pulling out my phone, but I had notes here. What was my last, oh yeah, I do have one more note for you. Now I find another, honestly right now, I want to make sure my camera's recording. I'm not just rambling. Okay, we are recording, we are good. I do have one more tip. I can't tell if the camera's recording. I kind of have to just start talking and hope that the video works. And there's been a couple times I shot a video and just nothing happened. I'm standing there 10-15 minutes later, I turn the camera around, I was like, oh, there's no video here. Oh my God, I gotta go reshoot this video tomorrow. Okay, so I do have one more tip for you, and yeah, it's kind of like something that happens after you take the action. Like, I find a lot of people, they take things too far. They take certain things too literal. I was watching a great video by Julian himself, and he talked about how you gotta embrace discomfort. You need the stress, you need the pressure, you need the anxiety in your life, because that's gonna help you grow. That's gonna help push you in the right direction to have those problems. It's gonna show you what's wrong with you and what to dive into and what you can fix, so that now you can have such a much greater and better lifestyle. And at the end of the video, he says, but don't take this too far, I'm paraphrasing, and just live your life in complete discomfort. That you do need times where you do have a little comfort and you do actually relax and take it easy. He says you do need that. And now I'm watching this video, I show it to my son, and at the end of the video, that was all he heard. The only thing he heard was, oh, don't take it, I need to avoid too much discomfort and I need more comfort in my life. And I had to sit down and explain to him, Darian, no, just no. He spent 10 minutes explaining to you that you need to embrace some discomfort in your life so you can have growth, so you can have improvement, so that you can actually grow through it instead of just running away from your problems the rest of your life. And at the end, he says, don't take it too far so you don't do something ridiculous like be like, oh, my bed is comfortable. I should go sleep on the floor because that's gonna make me a stronger man. You know what, maybe it will, but the point is, don't take certain things too far. Don't get to the point where you're like, I'm so much in action that becomes a new problem for you. And now your problem is that you're stressed out because you're overworked and you're overtired. And now, granted, I'm just saying, don't take it too far. You gotta find that balance in life. The whole point of this last end to the video is that what I see is the last thing that happens that stops people from taking action is that they'll learn something new. They'll get that right piece of advice or that right insight comes in their mind and they pursue it, but they take it way too far and they cause themselves a whole new problem. And another great example I like to use for this personally is how you can't be too nice to people and you can't be too mean to people. Now, not being too mean to people is obvious. If you're too mean to people, I'm gonna zipper my jacket, I'm getting cold. If you're too mean to people, that's obvious. They're gonna give you problems. You're gonna have problems with these people. I don't even think I need to explain that. I would like to explain though, you can't be too nice to people, and then people are gonna start pushing you around and taking advantage of you, thinking you're a pushover and just using you essentially. So you gotta find the balance in life. You gotta say to yourself, maybe, yeah, the way I wanna explain it for this is maybe you say to yourself, okay, let's look at how much free time I have on a regular day. And it might be separate for different days depending on your work schedule or your school schedule or your family and life schedule. Look at how much free time and decide, okay, I'm gonna use this much time per day to work on my goals, to work on my dreams. Granted, I want to plug in right here that if you just need to momentarily take an action, then you don't need to overthink it necessarily like this and make a plan. This is for if you have a real long-term goal. You might need to look at your life and say, okay, I'm gonna spend this amount of time working on whatever my dream, my goal is, my desires, the thing I'm gonna want. I'm gonna spend this much time on this day working on it. Don't get to the point where you're not sleeping, you're not eating right, you're not exercising, you just never ever read a book, you never study, you never watch another educational video, because now you might get to a point where even maybe you accomplish all your goals and all your dreams, and you get there and you realize that you're so overworked that now you're just stressed out and you forgot how to be happy. You forgot how to enjoy life. I got some right now. Hold on to these babies. I got some crystals in my pocket. Check these out. These crystals in my pocket right now, because these are supposed to bring me good life, good energy. I'm gonna hold on to these in my hand right now. They're supposed to bring me good life and good energy, and I have these because all this action I try to take, I feel more calm holding these actually. I really do. Maybe I should shoot all my videos like this. All these actions that I take, right now I'm working on videos. I try to upload, record the videos. I go to work full time. I got a family I'm taking care of. I still try to meditate, and I don't even necessarily be like, okay, at the end of the day for 20 minutes I'm gonna meditate. I try to meditate throughout my life. I'm trying to always clear my mind, always clear my thoughts, always trying to feel better, because I don't want all my dreams to come true and then I can't enjoy it. So I'm kind of really coming to here in the end of this whole video really just to say that yes, take that action, go out, do that thing physically that you need to do in your life to get to the places that you want to be with the people who you want to be with, to become the person who you want to be. Just don't forget though to find the balance in your life where you could do those things and still be happy, still be working on yourself, still be improving, still becoming the strongest version of yourself, like Elliot Hall says. This is kind of really like a tricky real part of this video to kind of really wrap on and kind of wrap your head around, because yeah, I'm telling you to take the action, but what I'm also telling you is to not take things too far that you have another problem. So I'm gonna end it with this last thing here. I gotta end the video because I'm starting to ramble, because I find a lot of people, like I said, they'll learn something new and then they'll go try that thing. Maybe like the thing is like meditating, right? And then they're like, oh, I feel so good now. I'm so calm, my life is so better. And then they literally take it to the point where they're meditating 8 hours a day. Maybe they don't go to work anymore. They don't talk to their friends anymore. They don't socialize. They don't have a family, and their entire lives fall apart, but they feel good. So you take that too far. You drink too much water, you'll die. I believe what happens is your blood gets diluted by water, so if you drink too much water, you die. Anything that's good can be taken too far, but do not use that as an excuse to not take action. I am just telling you to not take action to the point where you're literally killing yourself. But please take the action. You know your physical limitations. If you don't know them, try to learn them. Try to realize when you're limiting yourself mentally, when you're limiting, am I still recording right now? God, this camera, I'm never really sure. I got another minute, then I gotta stop talking. Try to realize when your limitation that you're setting on yourself is a mental limitation. Most of our limitations are truly mental. Physical limitations is, oh, my back is starting to hurt, when you feel real pain, and then you can go stretch and you can fix it. And then again, it's not a limitation if you dealt with the physical problem. Mental limitations will stop you. Things like too much anxiety, overthinking things, just not taking the action will stop you. Learn where's your physical limitation, where it's like, okay, I have to sleep, I have to eat a certain amount, I gotta eat the right foods, I gotta sleep a certain amount, I have to calm down, I have to meditate, and then I go take action. Do the thing you need to do, find the balance in your life, and don't forget, in the end, the whole point of all of this is to be happy. to build the life that you want to do by taking the actions you need to take to get there. This has been a public service announcement on this beach from our world shifted, and I hope you guys have a better life. Better life because you saw this. Yeah. And here, oh, look at that. There's a construction I was talking about. Right there's that road I was talking about with stores and houses and cars driving by right next to me as I shot this video and took action through the fear.